Hi everybody, it's Shirley Smith with Caldwell Banker West, and I'm cruising around Coronado today. And we're seeing one of Coronado's newest fitness studios, F45, which stands for Functional 45. And they specialize in personal training in a group setting. And this new studio has many new things to offer. So let's go in and see owner C.G. Guerrero and Cristal, his studio manager, and see what they have to share with us that's new here in Coronado. Come on in. Well, I'm here with the owner of F45, C.G. Guerrero, and his studio manager, Cristal. And thank you so much for this today. So this is a wonderful concept, an exercise studio right here in the heart of the village of Coronado. And F45, what does that stand for?
It stands for functional. 45 is 45-minute workouts. So functional 45-minute workouts.
Okay, and I'm sure there's a science behind this, so tell our viewers what that is.
Right, so we're talking about functional movement patterns like squatting or lunging or even pushing yourself off the ground so that you're able to live your life on a daily basis doing anything that you would like to do without pain or restriction.
Great, great. And you're a fairly new business here in Coronado. When did you open?
We tried to open in March of last year. Which wasn't too good of an idea. Luckily, we were okay until September, and in September we officially opened our doors, and we've been operating since then.
Your neighbors, they're right next door to Buena Forchetta in Coronado, and they, at the same time, they were opening and went through the same thing. They said they were open for 2 days, and then boom, lockdown.
Yeah.
So, and you kept your doors open.
Well, in the midst of that, we were doing online classes that were, executed through Zoom. We were also doing outdoor classes at the parks or even at the beach. We did a lot of beach workouts, so it was fun. We learned a lot, and now that September came around, we started to slowly utilize the studio a bit more, and thankfully.
I mean, you saved us. We were all going crazy at home locked in the house, and some of the outdoor exercise programs in the city and what we could do here was just a wonderful relief for people. So thank you for your service with that to our community.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, maybe Cristal, you're the manager, tell us a little bit about who's the demographic here?
We've got all kinds of people that come in. It's really targeted for anyone who wants to come in, whether you're a beginner or someone who's really advanced in your fitness. We really give all the options. Okay. We can always progress if you're someone who's advanced in fitness, and for some people who never stepped foot into an elite studio like this gym, we like to aid them through our coaches, and everyone's got a different background, so I think that really helps in helping people start their fitness goals, which I think is actually a beautiful space for our community.
Yeah, and CG was saying you have clients from 16 to 75.
All ages. We've got some high school students going into college. We've got families that come in. We've got couples that come in with their kids, and it's really nice to see them have that fitness goal and have that health as a priority as a family. It's very.
And we have such a military community here too. I bet you have
Tons of military.
Tons of military. I figured that because it's just. I love the red, white, and blue, and just the way it is. You can see it. You know, you hear that. The other thing I noticed, you have no mirrors here.
No mirrors.
Tell us about that, because you two look very good and very fit, and while I be intimidated.
This is something that I think why a lot of people are attracted to our gym is because if someone like me who started not knowing what to do in this type of studio, mirrors really sort of help in certain areas of the gym, but if you're coming for the first time, it's really important to focus on feeling what your body feels like and being present in the space. And I think that helps other members not to look at each other, especially if you've never been in a gym or good fitness, and you really don't have time to look at other people, but to focus on you. And that's sort of our goal, is that you're here to focus on yourself in this community together, and we're just making sure that you have a mind-body connection when you're in here as well. I think that's super, super important for us.
And CG, you told me that community was really like the heart of what you do here. Tell us about your community and how that's forming.
Well, the community here is just amazing. From the first time we even thought about opening in Coronado, and then hearing that we were about to open, we got so much just support and love from local realtors or businesses that are around the area. just welcoming us, and we've tried to carry that through in our process whenever a new person is coming through. We want to make sure that they feel very welcome, that they feel safe. They also feel that there's no judgment here. You know, you're coming in and you're just trying to do the best that you can for your health and fitness. So that's what we're all about. You know, so we want to just continue to carry that over, and it's kind of like a good deed keeps carrying over and over and over.
That's
so
right.
we just kind of want to have that continue to go throughout our day. You know,
Yeah,
so give
that's,
us
I find that so true in our community in Coronado. We're so blessed. People are so supportive of one another. And that heart and that going the extra mile really came out in COVID from people. I've had so many business owners say our people in this community kept our doors open. They bought gift certificates. They came and bought takeaway food. They came and did outdoor classes and Zooms, and you know, because they want you to. We wanted you to be here after we passed this, and this is our community. So we want you as much as you want to do business with us. And I think everyone here really understands that. So that's fantastic. Now we're showing clips of various exercises going on here. And tell us what some of the people might be doing that we're seeing here.
Specifically today, we've got all kinds of stuff. Today's more cardio based, but we've got all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Hybrids. We've got resistance training and cardio. So today we'll see a lot of ropes. We do a lot of rope work. We've got the rowers, bikes, benches, a lot of body work where you're mostly just you. There's no equipment on the floor. People kind of get scared a little bit because it's just you and not equipment. But we've got a variety today of different stuff, mostly targeted towards cardio movement.
Okay, for what purpose is that? So I mean, I really love the name Functional 45. I get my 45 minutes, so I get a lot of bang for my buck in the time bank, so to speak. And time is the commodity for all of us now. We're moms and kids and people working and not having enough time. So that 45 minutes to get a really great workout of cardiovascular and building strength. But the functional, say more about that. What are these exercises in this program helping people to do in their life?
I think it adds variety. So instead of maybe just jumping on a row machine for 40 or even an hour,
Which can be boring.
Which can be boring.
Yeah,
You know, you do as much as you can to make it not boring, but adding the variety is key. So, you know, getting on from the ropes off to a rower, then off to body weight, and maybe jumping over something. It kind of mimics what you would do in like sports, you would say. So I like to think of it like I'm about to play a basketball game for 45 minutes, and it's kind of nonstop. You get a little bit of break to kind of catch your breath, take a sip of water, and then you're right back on it. So it's kind of mimics a sport in my opinion.
A lot like a circuit training.
Circuit training, you're jumping around for the most part, safely. Sometimes we're just gonna complete one exercise and then we're never gonna come back to it, just for COVID purposes. So we're not constantly touching everything. But aside from that, it's amazing in terms of just like the variety that is presented to you on a daily basis. You can go from a lower body intensive exercise to an upper body intensive exercise, and then right back into a core. So it's just, you never really know what's coming until it hits you. So you're like, okay, it's ready to go.
So people that like that surprise and don't want to have the monotony, like change it up. And I think that's one of the keys in a movement program. Now, we all have different reasons for exercising. At my stage of the game in life, I think I've got the motto, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so my goal in life is, in living in longevity, is to live a life where you feel good in your body and I can move and I can bend over and I can pick things up and I'm fluid and flexible and I've got strength and muscle. So what would you say are some of the goals? Because you probably get moms with their kids after having babies or people wanting to lose weight. Those are kind of the typical things. But what are some of the goals here? And I'm sure there's a variety. What are the benefits that people come?
I think Christelle's got this.
Okay. Tell them, Christelle.
I think, well, personally for me, it started out physical and it became more of like, a lot of people come here and are like, I just want to move for my mental health. I think after a year like COVID that we had, we realized that's really important, and having more compassion for people and having more grace in this space. I didn't plan for that to rhyme, but it goes together, right? Yeah, exactly. And also some of the goals we hear, we've got women who are pregnant that come here they just want to keep moving, you know, as they're about to go to the next stage of their life. We have people here who just want to, you know, who have been in fitness for so long that want to change things up. They want to, you know, really elevate their performance in their fitness life. And then you have people here that want to try something new, who've never actually stepped foot in a, say, gym in our elite studio. Or we've got goals like we've got today, like for example, box jumps. People are like, I've never jumped on a box before. I would like to get there one day. Or people who've had, you know, knee replacements, who for the first time will get on a bike, and being able to witness those things, and I know Suji, you can say the same, is really
it's kind of what we're here for.
Yeah.
You know, like
So
we're not.
Yeah.
So that's the reward we get, is seeing that change happen for them, or that spark happen for them, and you know, it's an emotional thing actually.
Yeah.
Because you know, sometimes it's they're crying about it, and you know, we feel that, and we're just grateful that we have that opportunity to help them.
And I think you touched on something when you said knee replacement. There are a lot of, and particularly baby boomers, we're living longer, we're working longer because of better health care that we have today. And knee replacements, hip replacements. I had a shoulder surgery in December. I rotated a bad rotator cuff, and so I'm still rehabbing that. And so I can't do what I did a year ago, and lifting and weight, and it's slow and monotonous. You have to build slow to get the strength back and all the muscles around your rotator cuff. So I'm finding that boring as all get out, you know, and very slow progress. What I would imagine you have expertise to help people here if they're recovering once they've done their, you know, PT and whatnot. They can come here and slowly build muscle again.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the industry for about 10 years, and I've seen a lot of different progress in terms of, you know, someone coming from physical therapy who may just had a knee replacement. You know, what is that gap between that physical therapy to potentially running? There's a huge gap there. So having an expert eye from a coach who's watching you move, maybe to, you know, do step ups, and saying, hey, let's maybe check that a little bit, or have the knee in this position, just so that we don't maybe re-injure it or cause more damage, or maybe even elevate the progress of you being able to start to run. You know, those are all things that we're focused on, and the coaches all here are certified and ready to roll, and we continue to educate ourselves. That's a huge thing. We continue to collaborate with each other, you know, and say, hey, such and such member of ours had this issue going on. We communicate to the team, so that we all know, like, okay, you know, Mary has a knee issue or anything like that. But you know, it's communicating and then continuing to educate ourselves are vital in how we operate and the coaches that we have.
So it's like there's an element here where people come in and join and do the various classes. There's like having personal training. You have expertise, which I think is important, because I didn't have an injury here where I just went, rip, oh my God, I've got to go get, you know. I just all of a sudden, and so I think it was incorrect use, probably incorrect use lifting weights.
Right.
You know, without somebody being able to go, wait a minute, you might want to set that back and do it like this. And over time, when you do something repetitive and you're not doing it in an accurate movement, that's what I think the key is, to having personal trainers and expertise that they can watch you with.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, because like we definitely think that this is a personal training style of, you know, studio that we have in a group setting. So, you know, we're gonna look at everything that's happening with your body and then give you some suggestions or coaching on it, and then you have the energy of other people working out with you that may push you a little bit beyond even a coach by themselves. And it's getting in that environment, soaking it all in, having someone keep you safe. But then when, you know, we say, all right, you're good to go, you have all the energy there to support you and lift you up and be like, all right, I can keep up.
Personal training in a group setting. For those of us that were isolated in COVID, I remember saying, I can't wait to get into a group of people anywhere and make noise. So what would you like to say to the people of Coronado Sergio and Christel, what would you like to say?
We just want to welcome you into our space and our community. Hope you can join us and know that if, wherever you are in your life, whether it's you want to work on your mental health physically or just get into a space, meet new people, this is the space for you. We've got all different kinds of expertise and pros to help you out and hopefully help you grow in your life for sure.
Can say any better?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for setting up this beautiful studio. We can see the pictures here, and we've been looking at it, watching people working out, and for being such a service to this community and such a vibrant energy to you. It is gorgeous, and you can feel the heart and the glow.
Likewise,
Thank you
likewise.
so much.
Thank you so much.
So thanks for that, and you guys will have to check out F45, functional 45 minutes. Right here in Coronado on C Avenue. So
Yeah, come see us.
See you soon.
come on down to see us. See you around. Bye.